Welcome back. My name's Jessica from Jessica's Craft Time, and we're up to our second episode with making this treehouse carnival Christmas house. So in the last episode, we made the foundations of the house. So now we're going to be starting on the sofa here. I always get myself sticky and messed up, and this is a perfect one to get sticky and messed up. Now, unfortunately, my light's going to reflect on half of it. What if we go here? There you go. Now you can see it. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we get all our fabric and our templates out. Now, what I do with my template, so your template's just a white bit of paper, and it has where you need to cut everything like this. So what I actually do is I take my tear and tape, which is a double-sided adhesive, I stick it to the back of the template. I then stick it on my clothing so it's not as adhesive, but it's strong enough to hold the fabric on. I stick the fabric down and I've cut it all out. I've done that to both the gingham cloth and the felt. So now we get to start putting it together and work out. I haven't worked out what pieces go with what, because I'm going to confuse myself if I do that. So let's go. So we go stick D19, which was the template, cushion 1 and 2. So cushion 2 and cushion 1 on A24. Now I've gone through and measured. We've got A24 there. As photo, the cushion cords are finished. So what it wants us to do is it wants us to stick a small and a big one together onto it. So you can see my double-sided tape. You do need to be a little bit careful pulling it off the felt, because the felt will stretch. But it means that I've cut all my pieces out for that felt. I've kept the ones we need aside. These are all the extra ones of my felt. They're ready to go, and I've just put them in a little Ziploc bag. I love my Ziploc bags. I keep them all. They're really handy for organizing it. When we do smaller bits, I have got other containers to separate things in, because I'll try and get everything out before we start. It just saves you sitting there waiting for me to look through piles of stuff. Your green boats or your boats off your diamond painting are really good trays to sort things in. So all we need to do here is put this one on that, this one on that, and then on the tray. I'm just going to use my tacky glue here. I only want to put a dollop on it. We just want it to stay together. I do suggest you cover your work surface. My instruction booklet tends to get very messy. Baby wipes are also great for drying your hand, cleaning your hands as you go, in case you get sticky on. Now I'm probably going to have to get some, might use PVA for the next one. We'll see how we go. So we completed step 2, done. Wrap the cushion cords with A22 cushion 2-piece and stick as photo. So do you reckon they're cushion 2-piece? Small back cushion back, small back cushion back, small back cushion back, armrest. Yep, there's my 2 cushion pieces. So there's my tape there. I don't need these once I've peeled them off, but they're good for keeping together so I know what's what. So now what we need to do is stick them on here. This is where you're going to start to get messy. We're going to need more glue than that, but we'll start with that to start to... Oops. You want to pull it over enough that it's covering and sticks, but you don't want to pull it too far that you can't get the other side over. So it's a really fine line, because they generally make these things... There you go. that done. Now I'm just going to put some glue inside the fabric. Okay, let's see if I can pick it up and do it. Because we want to tuck that little bit in there. Come on, don't fray on me. I do lots of talking to it. Okay, I've got you stuck there. Now I need you to come over and stick on this side. This is going to be messy. I'm hoping this is what gets stuck to the actual. See, I've pulled that one too far now. I don't have enough of this to come over. And that is how you don't do it, because now I've just made a huge mess. And it doesn't want to stick. Okay, we're going to try something slightly different with the other side. Okay, I'm going to put that to the side because if I keep touching it, I'm just going to get glue on it. Let's try a tear and tape on this one. Let's see if that will hold it. So I'm going to do, this is where I play with all different glues, find out what works. Haven't done the sofa for a bit. I'm going to get my scissors to cut this. It does just tear, but I want it a little bit straighter. So I'm going to stick that on either side. Let's see how the tear and tape works. This tear and tape or double-sided tape is quite strong. See if it works better than my messy glue attempt. Stuck to my finger. You got to hold your tongue the right way too while you do it. Okay, well that seems to have worked. Let's try the other side. This may not, don't think I've got it close enough to the wood there. This may not work as well because we've got the overlapping fabric that may not stick down. What if I put a dollop of glue in there? To hopefully hold the sides together. Have I done that tape? Okay, that's somewhat cleaner than the glue one. The glue one's a mess. Maybe tear and tape's the way to go. We will find out. Oh, it's not quite long enough. There it is. It's sticky, but that's got to be glued down onto something, so that's okay if it's sticky underneath. That was a bit easier. Except that little bit there's not sticking down. Okay. I've even got glue on the cushion. Damn it. That's kind of sticking, but I think tear and tape works better. It's just that little corner there because I didn't put the tape far enough down. Alright, 2 cushions, done. Okay, so we've done that. Wrap the cushion covers. Stick D19. Now what is D19? Oh, that's my piece of paper. Back cushion 2-piece on A26. So we have to do the same with this small back cushion 2-piece. Okay, so we've got to do the same here. So we need to stick our cushions onto our red fabric all over my glue. But I think I'm going to do the tear and tape again here. I'm only putting a little bit of glue on these because I think I need to bring you this way a little bit. I don't think it just needs to be held there. It doesn't really need to, you just don't want it moving around, but I think we definitely do. This. Okay, this one's got a little bit of extra because I didn't cut it perfectly. I figured it was better to just sort of roughly cut them and trim them down if I need to. I'll just trim this one down a little bit. Alright. So let's tear and tape us up again. Now your tear and tape is a double-sided adhesive, so make sure you're using your glue scissors or your sticky scissors, not your good scissors when you're cutting it. Oops, that wasn't stuck down yet. So always find if you give it a little rub first to make sure it's adhered to whatever you want it to adhere to, not your finger. I really need to get better at using tweezers. Okay, so we've got one side on. Now we'll pull the other side. These are going to be really close. Maybe I need to put just a little bit. If I can get that off my finger in here so that the fabric sticks together already. That's fiddly, but it's going to work. There you go. Now my bits of fabric are stuck together. So when we stick them onto the, where did that go? There it is. So when we stick it onto the board, these corners shouldn't be a problem. Easy. So is anyone working on a miniature room? And if you are, what are you working on? I'd like to get this done by Christmas. I know the filming won't be finished by Christmas, as in they won't be up on my page before Christmas. There's not enough weeks. But I'm hoping to actually film it all and get it finished for Christmas. Or else I'll have to put it away and not bring it out until next Christmas, which will be sad. But we'll see how we go. That's much easier. Yet again, I'm not concerned about it being sticky at the back there. See, this is just really close. We're going to have to cut this one down too. That's just really, the fabric's very close to the amount that we need. Okay, so if we're folding that over, what if I put a bit of tape here? We'll see if this one works. Instead of those little tiny bits in the corner, So that should hold the corners down, and then we'll tape here. It's a lot more cutting, but so much better for not getting glue all over my hands. Okay, so my idea is I'm hoping when we fold it over, that tape on the fabric's going to fold those corners down. Then we don't have to worry about them. We'll see. We will see. So just rub it down. We'll see. This one could be a disaster, but that's what it's about. Just trying. I need some help. I've got to make some miniature scenery for my hubby's Warhammer. Oops. So we should be able to, yeah. So if I get it fairly even. There you go, that worked. Now I've almost got enough across there, but I'm going to put some more because I haven't got the edges. I want to cut a hole in my fabric because they don't really give you enough fabric if hang on, sorry about that, I got a phone call. Okay, so I finished that one. That did work better when it was in the corners. So that is our back cushion. All right, fold D22 small back cushion back. D22 is this one, small back cushion back. I don't have a small back cushion back. I only have I've only got front. Oh, maybe I use, oh damn, that's why it was tight. They were small back cushion fronts. I should have used those ones. That's why they were really tight. I've used the wrong ones. Okay, fold 5 millimeters inwards, and then you're sticking on the back. So we've got to stick it onto the back of here. You've got to fold in the sides and stick it on. So I'm gonna tape us up again, so it's got something to stick to. Maybe pull it out. I've used the wrong one. No big deal, it still worked. If I had to use the other one, I might have had a little bit more give. Okay, so that's ready to get the fabric stuck on. So we need to fold 4 we need to fold in all 4 sides. So it wants us just to basically fold it. Do you know what? I'm just going to cut it. It wants you to fold it so you don't, so it doesn't fray. But I reckon that I can get it if I cut it very carefully. Oh, I keep losing which, that one. It's doing it so you don't fray it. but I think I'll have more trouble trying to fold it than I will if I just cut this to the size I want. So up to you, but it wants you to fold it in and then place it on so it's not frayed. That's a piece from underneath. But I think with the double-sided tape you can, there you go. Just so the back, because you'll actually see this in the front of the picture. So let's do that again. So I just laid double-sided tape across the whole of the back. And then cut the fabric to fit the back. I mean, it's yours. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to create. You could go and get a different colored fabric for your couch. You can do whatever it is. It's the guide. The instructions are just a guideline. So that's all. It's sticky now. Okay. So I'm just going to make one side as straight as I can. Plus this piece is a lot bigger than it needs to be because I used the wrong piece on the front. Frayed bit there. Take that bit off there and get rid of that. There you go. I'll have to remember to put that side down because it's still a bit sticky. But there's our backs. Right. Clean off. Oh, that was all still step 3. Step 4. Wrap wood A26. Didn't we use A26 already? There must be another. There must be more A26. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I found them. A22 armrest. Now, I'm guessing by the picture that they go this way because one side's longer than the other. And this has got to be wrapped that way. So we have to wrap it. Oh, I haven't quite de-stickied that tape very well. So I'm just going to, I think I'm just going to put glue on this. And then glue on here. And wrap our armrest. Now I think there's going to be, oh no, that's all right. Now the reason why you're wrapping all these is to give it that padded look. So we just do it with both of them. Okay, so we wrap it and then wrap both sides of the armrest with D22 armrest sides, 4 pieces. Okay, so we have to do stretch the felt a bit. Okay, so there are 2 pieces. Maybe they go up like that. Yeah, and then these go here. All right, I'm going to fast forward and I'll come back and explain to you how I do it with the last one, because if we know from my experience, the first couple are always a hit and miss. By the last one, I generally have what I'm doing down pat. So I'm going to fast forward from here and I'll see you at the end. Did a whoopsie. Luckily I didn't do all of them in one go, or else I would have really stuffed it up. I put this bit along the wrong side because they were rectangle and I wasn't too sure which way to go, and I just assumed one way and it was wrong. So all I did with these side bits is I'm using the double-sided tape on this. It's sticking to the fabric. It's holding everything down. It's not getting too messy. It's just my preference for today. So cut out the side armrest, double-sided tape, one side, wrap it around, and then tuck in these top bits the best you can. And then with the armrest part, so we need to fold the sides in. I did the same. I put tape down both sides. I'm going to do one side at a time this time. So peel that off. And I'm not going to fold it the whole width of the tape over. So some of the tape is sticking to itself. Then I'm going to pull this off and measure how far I want it to go. So I only need a really small amount to fold over on this side. So I'm going to fold that tape basically in half on itself. You want this to be fairly smooth because this is what you're going to see on the end of the armrest. Tape again down the inside of both. Pull that off because you need to tape it down at the same time this time. Oops. Okay. So on your side of your armrest, come up, make sure your edges are tucked in, over and down. Trim off all these little extra hairs. And there is your armrest. This one I did a bit wrong. This side's longer than that, so I've just got to make sure that that goes on the side to the couch so it's hidden. Armrest done. So step 4 done. Number 5, draw some grids with a width of 7 millimeters. Fold and stick according and distribute the color blockers photo. Stick the covering to A5. Okay, so this is for, I'm guessing, the covering cloth. Yes. Oops, the paper's stuck on it. Alright, so what they want us to do is basically pleat it. Box pleat it, actually. And then it gets stuck there. So this is the front. Is it only going along the front of the couch? Yeah. Alright, here goes our tape again. see if I can do it, but oh no. Okay, you're just staying there, Mr. Tape. So it says about 7 mil. So with box pleating, you've got a pleat behind and a pleat in front. So let's just pull back a little bit. So I'm going to do that behind. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. That behind. And then it comes to the front. And then you want that together, sticking to my fingers. You want that bit together there, like that. Need to and then that bit goes like that. And we've got 2 boxes. Then we've got to go like that. And then in behind. I don't know if the double-sided tape is the best idea. It is kind of sticking to itself and to my fingers. Let's see if I can get it to stick to that. Then we'll see how far we've got to go. Okay. So box plate. Now it's the in behind that I have issues with. There it is. In the front. And I want that one to go in behind. Okay, I did it. There's our box pleated skirt for the front. I'm guessing if I put tape here, because we want it to come, we want it to not stick out, we want it to fold down. So if I just put some tape here, hopefully, I'll stick it under because it's got to go somewhere and I'm not cutting it down. Let's see if I can get our box plate to stay at the front. Ha ha ha! There you go. We box pleated some fabric for the cushion. Wow. 6. Big back cushion. Big back cushion back and big back cushion front. Stick D19, which is this one, big back cushion, onto A23. We can do that. That one's a simple one. If we take the glue off the lid. You know how you try and pour your champagne or your wine and you still got the wine bottle lid on and you're like, why is my wine not coming out? Why is my glue not coming out? Okay, let's rock and roll here. Big back cushion front, which is this one. Wrap to the back of the cushion, fold, D22, big back cushion back. Okay, so it wants us to do exactly the same as we did with these ones here. So I'm actually going to use, I'm going to use them reverse. I'm going to use the big one for the back and then I'm going to cut the other one down. So just so we've got a little bit more play on how much fabric we've got. So I'm going to do it the same as the others. I'm going to tape this down. And what did we do? We put a bit of tape on the edges of this one too. Luckily, I got a new roll of tape. Oh, that's not going to work. We need it on the edge because it's that edge bit that we really need it to grip to. Yeah, luckily I got a new roll of tape last order I did. Okay, so we take these off. Come on. 1. Come on. 2. I'm going to just take one side off to start with. So I've got somewhere to hold that's not going to be gripping my fingers. Push that one down. Flip it around. We're going to be pros at this. I think it's because every time I get to making another couch, I forget what I've done the last time I've done them. So then I have to remember all over again. But I think, and everyone asks you to do it slightly differently too. They have different parts. Some couches you don't have to worry about covering the backs because they might be up against a wall. This one we do need to worry about it because it's right there in the front of the picture. The back of the couch is actually facing out, not the picture. The room, the back of the couch or sofa, whatever you want to call it, is actually facing you. So you'll see it. The pleated skirt I'm not so fussed about because you won't see the pleated skirt because that's inside. Well, you won't see it as much, you'll still see it. So I'm going to take this one here. I'm going to straighten up this here. I might get my bigger scissors, slightly bigger scissors out. Just going to cut that there. Tidy up this side. And then we can measure it. So we need to cut at the white strip here. And how deep is it? That white one there. Right on the edge of that white one there. Okay. Might get rid of that little peel it back, and now we just got to put it together. Woohoo! We can get rid of all these bits of fabric because I've cut it down. So the instructions say to fold it over and glue it down. Nah. It's not like anyone's going to handle it. It shouldn't fray. Once it's glued down there, it shouldn't fray. And as long as I don't handle this piece too much, it shouldn't fray either. So done. All right, now stick each part together as per photo. I've got a bit crooked here. So we've got the back of it. We need to stick the cushion, the seat in, and the armrests. We might do the armrest first. Now that one needs to go there. Now how many times is this going to fall apart on me? Oh, yeah, the armrests get glued here. I'm not as sure about this tacky glue with straight onto fabric for like structural. No, I don't want to put that piece on yet. I think I want to put this piece in next. Or else I'm going to be trying to fit it in and I'll get glue everywhere. How high up do you reckon we put it? that's still got to stick in there. Okay, it's doing all right. Now they were the cushions, weren't they? So the cushions should probably go in first. Oh no. I don't know which way these cushions need to actually go onto the couch. Seems to be doing okay. These only need the very bottom bit. Our red sofa. That's all just got to dry a little bit. One last thing, cut D10, 13.5 centimeters. 13.5 centimeters. And stick around the back of the sofa. Excuse me. Okay, how are we going to stick this on? Might just use I'm just going to put glue all along it. Maybe. It's kind of stretchy. I'm going to get glue everywhere, but that's okay. We'll get it on. And this is going to kind of help hold it together as well. Done. So I'm going to start at one side and wrap it around. And I've got a little bit extra that I will trim off. No, I can pull it this way a little bit. There's a little bit extra on that side. No, don't fall apart. That I will trim off. Stick. There you go. One miniature sofa complete. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Sorry, that was a bit of a long one. It had lots of little fiddly parts. I didn't think it would be quite so long, but I've hoped you've enjoyed that. We've now got the sofa that I'm going to have to just sit and let dry. And then next up, pillows. Pillows, I'm guessing, for the sofa. Oh yes, it has pillows. So pillows, fruit bowl, prepare the cardboard, and the fireplace, which is going to be next. And we've got pot plants, floor lamps. This one's got lots of little bits. Tea table, gift boxes, flags, snowmans, railing. This one actually has a lot of pieces. So there you go. Our sofa is done. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all in the next episode, episode 3. Bye for now.